Hey, this is Craig Garber with our first issue of Ask Me Baby. I've been late in getting this to you, so I apologize. I'm going to try to go through a few of these, and my goal is to have another one of these to you every Friday. So if you have any questions that you want me to answer, just go to kingofcopy.com/askmebaby. You'll see it underneath my face, and I'll get to those questions as soon as possible. We have a little guest star today, the Easter Bunny, right here at my house, making a guest appearance. All right? Say hello. Okay, so let's go through our first question. First question is sort of a reasonable question. It says, my wife and I have a very unique business. We have a Spanish Christian website, and we're wondering if your techniques will also work using them in a newsletter email listing. We'll be writing articles in both languages as well. First of all, nobody has a very unique business, and this is a stumbling block for lots of people. Everybody thinks, you know, their business is unique, your situation is special. It's not. You know, we're all selling something to people, and unless you're selling the 1 in a million, which there are only 1 in a million, so if you're 1 in a million, your business might be unique, but the other 999,999 of us really don't have a unique business. As to the question of whether or not it will work in Spanish, no, my stuff only works in English, ancient Cyrillic, and a rare dialect of Kazakh, but not in Spanish. No, of course I'm being facetious. Of course my stuff works in any language. You see, the whole principle of emotional direct response marketing is that you're dealing with human emotions. You're creating compelling reasons for people to take action, and as long as you understand what people want and what motivates them, this will work in any language. In fact, just so you know, I have multiple websites of King of Copy. I have that in French and I have that in Spanish, because at some point in time somebody may want to translate my websites into those languages. So that's how convinced I am, and that's how much I believe this to be true. You're dealing with human emotions. When you're dealing with people, people all respond the same way. They respond based on feelings. I've gone to countries all over the world and spoken and interacted with people who couldn't speak a lick of English, but through body language and through expressions and through, you know, sign languages and doing stuff like that with your hands, we're able to communicate fine. We're able to have a laugh, you know, maybe share a cup of coffee, have a drink, whatever. And it's because you're dealing with the emotional component of people. And as long as you have the ability to tap into that, it's great. You could sell anything to anyone, anywhere. And frankly, if you aren't using these methods, you can't sell anything to anybody, period. You're going to be like every other salesperson, hoping and struggling and you know, wishing for things to work. And if you've been with me a while, you've no doubt heard me say, hope is not a very good business strategy. Okay? So let's move on to our next question. Let's see. This one from Kevin. Kevin says, last year you and Mike initiated a program for loan officers. I am interested to know how much of a success it's been for those LOs who joined. Can you definitely say those LOs who started that program are actually making more money this year? Kevin, I can definitely say those LOs who are using the program are making more money this year. In fact, about 2 weeks ago, Ashley Barch, who's one of our guys, he's out of somewhere in Georgia. He mailed out I think he mailed out 1,000 pieces, or he mailed out 2,000 pieces, got 50 leads. Yesterday I was talking to Jason Oswald and David Perry. They're a couple of guys out of Idaho. They just dropped 1,000 pieces. In the first 24 hours, they got 16 leads. So I'm assuming they'll get at least 20, 25 leads out of that thing. So the people who are working the program are making money. I haven't spoke to her in a while, but Patty out of Utah closed the first loan about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So yes, the people who have used this are working. If you want more information about that, go to loturnaround.com. We are not starting any new classes soon, so if you want to get the program, you're going to have to contact my office directly and set up a brief appointment and see what Mike and I availability is to get you on a closed caption conference call or webinar or something like that. Anyway, and that's good news, and I'm really happy for all these guys that they're doing real well with it. Okay, here's one, Ed Chestnut. Ed sent this in a couple of times, and I apologize for not getting this to you. As I said, I've been tired of getting these up. You know, everybody has their own I'm more comfortable in print than I am on film because I'm not used to being on film and on media like this. And hey, I look like this. You can't blame me for not being that comfortable in film. You know, no one knows what I'm looking like behind a sales letter. So Ed says, I work for a company called, I'm not going to name the company, it's over in the east coast of Florida. Our business is very competitive, like every business, mostly phone sales. Which product of yours would you recommend to get more leads and close more sales? If you're really good on the phone, Ed, I would no doubt recommend Lead Generation Explosion. It teaches you how to get people on the phone, how to get them to a teleseminar. It includes a turnkey copy for a campaign I ran that created a 42.7% response, meaning every 100 of those postcards that were mailed out, 43% of their people said yes and they responded, and the lion's share of them all got on the call and they all stayed on the call for the entire duration. I mean, just to get your hands on a campaign that produced 42.7%, I don't care what industry it's in, you know, who the hell wouldn't want that? But you get that, excuse me, at kingofcopy.com/leads. Look at me, I'm belching. This is horrible. I have to polish up my act, and I promise you I will really work hard to do this next time. I may wear a shirt with a collar. Who knows? Anyway, so I'd go to kingofcopy.com/leads. If you have any question, the phone number is on there to contact my office, and Ian will help you. But that's what it sounds like that you need as a first step. Seductive Selling System is a great product, but if you're already comfortable getting them on the phone, it also has how to follow up and how to write a long-form free report sales letter, so step by step. So you'll get that all that information there. I don't think I've ever seen that released, either of those kind of products ever released. And lastly, what may be one of the absolute stupidest emails I've ever received, of course this person put their name on there. Can't you make your emails much shorter? I get dozens every day and only read the short ones. Okay, see, this person is the same person that's calling up the FTC because they don't like what's on the TV. They're writing in Barnes & Nobles because they don't like the books on the shelves, when all they really need to do is change the frickin' channel. You don't like the emails? Delete, unsubscribe. Get out of my life. You have that little time that you have to send me in information to find out, can I make them shorter? That's like the people who send me in information. You spelled something wrong. Of course I spelled it wrong. It won't get through your spam filter if I spell money, M-O-N-E-Y. Duh. Do you think at 45 I don't know how to spell money? Come on, give me a break. Now, here's a lesson in all this. I'm getting emotional about it because it's like I hate stupidity, and I'm surrounded by morons sometimes. Now, let me take a deep breath. Okay, feel better for another minute anyway. So here's the deal. Lesson learned. Guys like that are not my customer. And people that call and waste your time and want you to do this different, and they don't like the color of your hair, and they don't like what you said, and they don't like you spelled your words wrong, they are not your customer. So don't ever worry about offending people, because the people that are offended you, they're not buying anything for you anyway. You know, all you're interested in is the people that like what you have to say and think you have something worthwhile to offer them. The rest of the people, they don't like the size of your emails, the size of your nose, the fact that I'm bald, you know, that I talk loud, that I talk fast, that my emails are long. Goodbye. Go away. Delete. Go waste someone else's time, okay? You know, I haven't had my time wasted. I set up my life that I don't have to have my time wasted, and, you know, I got to hear this stuff. It just makes me nuts. Anyway. Boys and girls, that'll wrap up our first edition of Ask Me Baby. Again, if you have any questions you want me to handle, please feel free to send them in, kingofcopy.com, Ask Me Baby. If you don't subscribe to my offline newsletter, you're absolutely crazy. It's the Seductive Selling Newsletter. It's read now in 13 countries. I cannot tell you, I'm creating a separate page for all the testimonials we keep getting in on this thing. And if you've sold anything, you know how hard it is to get testimonials unless you ask them for them. I don't ask anybody for them. I got a call-in line where you can go to the web page and hear a half hour's worth of phone calls. I have testimonials throughout that page. I've actually got to strip some off there and put them on a separate web page. But go check it out. You get 18 free bonuses just for doing it. They're real gifts. They're not the typical horse shit you get when it's a free bonus in the marketing industry, and you know, you look at it and you're like, you wouldn't paper the bottom of your birdcage with it, okay? It's not like that. I'm giving you genuine stuff. If you don't know me, I'm all about giving good content. That's how I'm able to make a hell of a lot of money with a small list. Although it's growing now and I'm making more money, which is a good thing. Anyway, that's it. I've got to go. It's Friday. It's gorgeous out. The sun is out. I'm actually going to go out fishing, hopefully later today, but definitely tomorrow. I'm going to smoke a cigar. I'm going to chill. Take care of yourself and go sell something, baby.